doing that because I don't have a good microphone.
No, just turn off the weather, dude. Real easy.
Oh, in Florida.
Slash clear.
Tell the sky to stop.
I'll
Yeah.
go out there and yell until it gets sunny.
Yeah, go outside, yell at God, don't get smoked. Easy 3-step plan. But yes, another episode of Magic
Two.
Mayhem.
Gee.
I guess I'm not going to recap what happened last time. Go watch it.
I don't even last time.
Oh, that's actually a probably good reason to recap. Let me pull off the PDF so I can do my job.
Or we can just wait here for 2 hours while he watches the last episode.
No. This is easy. Sterling yearns for Texas. Leah goes to the library and has a vision of the dance, where a chandelier falls on Dustin and Sterling. Don't dance with the devil at midnight. Leah, we see Honeydew for like the second time, I think.
Yeah, Honeydew is just there.
The discussion of the prophecy, the cake attack. Sterling doesn't want to die. They go to the divination professor, who sounds a little bit like this. They get their fortunes read. They summon the bookworm, which is like a football field long. And they return the worm to its natural habitat in Ohio?
Pennsylvania.
Yes, Pennsylvania.
That's where all the ink falls out.
Long walk from Massachusetts.
Yeah. But they'll 3-day shipping it, so it's but yeah, I guess we'll start this the same way we start everything, which is I guess introduce yourselves and what went well in your day, what went poorly, and where you end up.
I mean, that's not how we always introduce things. We normally start with talking about rats.
Yeah, actually we've not done that this time.
Rats make me crazy. I was crazy.
I've never heard of rat.
A rubber room filled with rats.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we got to get that in.
We didn't do it last session either.
Yeah.
And
some would call that an improvement.
But is it?
We've overcome our trauma.
It certainly is.
It's tradition.
It's tradition. But yes, of course, we welcomed you to our rubber room of rats. But yeah, you guys can introduce yourselves. Of course, Decoder is playing more than one character. Dun dun dun. The Spark Twins. So I guess you can decide which one we start on.
We'll start with the one who actually likes to talk to people. Let's start with Annabelle.
Yeah.
So
I'll start with that as well.
Sarah, they are. This is technically the second time they've been introduced, but due to space-time problem,
Yeah.
They just decided they didn't want to exist in that universe with that mission with the cool unicorn that they did some really cool skate tricks for.
Yeah.
So now they're doing. They just finished. I'm going to go with Annabelle just finished her last class for the day and is getting ready to go to work. She works as an intern at the nurse's office / hospital room because she wants to be a healer. She does have her tiny little baby phoenix, whose name I cannot remember.
Give me like 2 seconds. I might have it in here. Oh, but I remember it was such a pun name. Well, phoenixes are reborn. We could just say. New name each episode. You just gotta
Different name each episode.
Yeah. Actually, let me.
If you want, I can actually do that.
Yeah, just.
Uh, this time his name shall be Daniel,
Oh,
because that's the name that came to my head.
yeah. Love Daniel. Daniel's the best.
Uh, so yeah, Annabelle's kind of she's tired. She just had a full day of classes, and now she has to go to work. So
Ah,
she's real tired and kind of bummed out, especially considering how the dance is coming up soon. She needs to find someone to ask out, but she also doesn't want to ask someone else. She wants to be asked out, but she doesn't talk to enough people. So you kind of see the dilemma
yeah. It's a whole. You
there. She
know.
puts herself in a negative circle.
Yeah. Um, and I guess next up is Leah.
Yeah. So I think with how her day has been, I um it starts with a vision of the dance sort of replaying the same one that she had previously. Seeing uh Sterling and Dustin and watching as the chandelier slowly falls and then crashes into them. And she wakes up with the sound of glass breaking. And as she looks uh, frightened around her room, she sees that one of her glass balls has fallen and shattered onto the ground near her. But other than that, her day has been pretty fine. Nothing else bad has happened. Nothing has died, so that's pretty good.
Only upside. I do have your object for the day,
Yeah.
harmonica.
Harmonica.
Yeah.
I don't think Leah would have a harmonica on hand, but at some point she would go looking for the music room and just ask to borrow a harmonica.
Yeah.
For the day because of being the psychic.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems
Yeah. The idea is it somehow plays into the events of the day, maybe, or it's like
Yeah,
a forewarning of something to happen.
just a lucky item that might have something to do with what happened.
So you said you stopped by the music classroom. What
Yeah.
is the music classroom for Magic Week? Magically.
I think when you like go there, it's sort of out of the way for the school. It's a lot of, I mean, obviously twisting and turning hallways, but more than most classes. And it's sort of just a sort of dingy door at the end of a dark hallway. Open it up, and it's just this giant, huge, like orchestra pit with a huge amphitheater. And there's no way it could possibly fit at the edge of the castle, but somehow it does.
kind of imagine that it's this is one of the few classes that isn't taught by someone who has magic. It is just a regular band teacher.
Yeah. A regular band teacher.
Yeah, I think the band teacher, they got lost on campus one day, and they're not exactly sure how to make their way out. Um, but they did start getting paid for it. So at least they have that going for them.
Yeah, in my mind, the conducting is seen as magic spells for some reason. It's like the
Looks like you're forcibly controlling all these people to play this song.
yeah, the most feared professor.
Actually, that would be hilarious if that's what magical people thought conducting was. The non-magical person forcefully mind controlling everyone to play this song perfectly.
Yeah, it's the most wild misconception.
Which is why everyone's so afraid to go to the magic room.
Yeah. Just they mind control you.
Oh my god, we made it better than I wasn't even trying.
But yeah, I mean, so we have Annabelle going to work in the nurse's office. Leah, where do you end up?
I think after uh like getting the harmonica, um I don't know. I mean, my go-to is reading, but with uh Dustin and Sterling gone, I think maybe uh I might just try and see what my fan club is doing because I kind of want to interact with people right now.
Yeah.
You're a leader of a cult.
Yeah. It's actually super funny that you said this because I was giving a little bit of thought to this. And you know who gets asked all the time? You know who'd get asked questions all the time about who's going to ask who to the dance? And like
Oh no.
if this person no, like if this person will ask me or whatever. So your fan club has been nearly all the divination students, but also nearly all the divination students are in your sort of fan club have been swarmed with requests to divine who's asking out who, like, is blank going to ask me out, or is yada 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 gonna ask,
Mm,
will they say yes if I ask them out, like a whole bunch of these questions that are very actually hard to divine if you're not good at it, because it's a whole lot of bending and twisting of fate. And so it's like, well, they might accept unless you're too cocky because they'll accept, right? So
mm.
it's a lot of jimming around. So your fan club has
Yeah.
actually been pretty swarmed by, just as we get close to the dance.
Very much a we can tell you, but you might not want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me think about would Leah have considered like seeing if anyone might ask them out? And I think she would be too afraid to like see the answer.
Yeah.
And it's better to just leave that a surprise.
Yeah. It's just like if you're more likely to mess it up, and it's just like a whole. Leah has meddled with the fates one too many times.
Yeah.
uh
I think leaving like romance out of divination is the best scenario for Leah.
um I actually think probably something else also has started to happen in like the nurse's office, where it's like students doing really like asking people like the absolutely wild stuff people will do to like ask people out to prom, but it's been multiplied by the fact that there's magic.
And this is why, Jeremy, we don't try and make a proposal with firework magic. What made you think that was a good idea? You can't control basic spells. You're a second year. Why would you think that's all right?
Yeah, Jeremy just is super embarrassed because he also got turned down at the whole thing.
You can't even go to the dance. You have to be at least in fourth year. Like, I'm sorry, but no, just come here and let's try and fix you up. Like, I still don't know how you only managed to burn a zigzag in the middle of your hair.
Oh man, that's a cut.
Like, I'm not gonna fix that for you. You can try talking to hunter girl, Sammy, Samantha, whatever her name is. Talk to her. She might be able to help you out. But I don't know how to do hair, and I'm not touching it because that is not something I want to mess with.
Yeah.
What should I roll for that? Would that be?
I guess. Well, so you're healing, right? So I think in
Yeah.
the rules, you could do this a few things. You could do this brains, like if you like are trying to figure out like a medical cure. But if you're just trying to like, or I mean like, grit might work.
Are what? Right or charm?
Yeah. So charm would be like if you want to. Yeah, I mean, basically, you could roll almost anything. Brawn is typically for. Actually, give me a second. Grit.
Melee or something.
Yeah. You have a few options. I'm gonna need like a DC 6.
Well, if I'm using, you might want to change that admittedly because I was going to use grit because I realized that's a D20, so I might have better. Well, no, I have better chances with a D10. Huh.
Well, since you're using magic, you also get to add a D4 to the roll. So
That's right. I got a 9.
yeah, 9, you make it.
Okay.
It's not.
So the D20 and the D4.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, close call. But
Just trying to cure the burn wounds and make sure it's not going to get infected.
yeah.
You can pain a little bit, maybe teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
Next time you won't play with fireworks indoors either. Like, pretty sure your date, it wouldn't have liked the fact that you almost blew her up.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a lot of these types of injuries just sort of as you get closer, and they're only getting worse. Not like the magic way where it was, every once in a while, but like, it's just people get close, so they get more desperate and more extreme. So, actually, you guys have started to have to put up like PSA posters around the school, like, hey, make sure you're not breaking these magic rules while you're, asking people out.
She's also going to start letting the nurse know that, like, people over a certain age who know better, they need, like, if they're doing something clearly stupid and dangerous, these people, like, need, like, detention or something.
Yeah.
Because clearly doing, even after the notice, they're still doing this. They're clearly just not listening and willing to put others in danger or themselves in danger just for a dance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a pretty important dance.
I was about to say, as important as this dance is, it's still just one dance. There's probably another dance later in the year.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because most people have 2.
Yeah. I mean, you've actually heard that it's, upside, kind of, is you've actually heard it's, the sort of dance hijinks are actually far, far worse, in, the Virginia Hex private school.
Those bastards.
Yeah.
I'll pay to watch what some of them are doing.
Yeah. But, like, you've heard, like, I mean, you guys aren't like you guys aren't like neighboring schools, but you've heard like stories of like, yeah, like a professor died during one of these things, and it's like a whole deal. So upside, no one's died yet.
So, because I cannot remember my knowledge.
Yeah.
What's the worst that someone will have gotten hurt?
Here at CIS. I mean, at CIS, um, there was an incident, like a few years ago, where someone stuck an egg beater, like got an egg beater like into their eye socket. Yeah, it was like it was like
Painful and very confusing.
yeah, they did it during the home ec, and it was like
Oh, that wasn't just like the rejection. They threw it, right? That was just
yeah, that was like
the asking out got messed up.
the axing out, like, it went totally awry. There was cake batter everywhere. Um, there was two
Hello?
people like swapped, like Freaky Friday during the middle of it.
Hello?
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh no.
Hello?
Hello.
I can hear you.
Oh.
Oh.
Gee shucks.
Hello?
There it is.
Yay.
All of a sudden, you just cut out mid-sentence and just disappeared.
Yep.
Man.
It's the weather.
Yeah. Gotta love them Florida showers.
Them Florida showers. Where did I cut off?
Egg beater in an eye.
Egg beater, yeah, egg beater in an eye. Someone freaky, like during that same incident, someone like Freaky Friday'd. It was a whole deal.
It sounds like some of these kids just need to get smacked upside the head.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I mean, like the divination kids aren't helping. I mean, they're not like the main cause, but like getting their hopes up and like, getting their hopes up, or telling especially determined kids that it's not going to work out has caused people to go above and beyond.
I can imagine.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess, yeah. But yeah, you guys just, I mean, Leah, at your sort of like people are coming in. They actually, so recently, your sort of fan club have started using the moniker the Prophet.
They're calling me the prophet?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm not sure I like that, but keep going.
No, I mean it's just like they've started it like this whole thing like sort of started end of junior year, and you figure it was probably started by one of the seniors as like a sort of joke. But it, like, I mean, we're just into the year and they've already started performing like not like blood sacrifices. They're not there yet, but they've got like uniforms, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
It's just purple robes, and like they meet in like dark corners.
Hi, everyone. Are robes really necessary?
Of course, the Prophet. The robes are especially necessary.
I feel like I have to have told you that you can just call me Leah.
Oh yeah, sorry. The whole ritual sort of thing just sort of happens. It's hard to get out of it.
Sure.
Is there anything we
So
can help you with?
I guess I was just trying to find something to do. And I guess I was interested in seeing what you're all up to.
Oh, nothing too difficult. Actually, do you think you could give us a prophecy? Just something to work with before we get into the dance. A good omen.
I suppose so. I guess it would be helpful to like have more information on what I'm supposed to be like looking into.
anything you want to look into. I mean, we're not going to try and impose our will. You're sort of the genius.
Uh, I I feel like I've also said before that it kind of just happens usually. Uh, I um okay, I guess I'll uh look into the future of your little club then.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I want to see how far off the rails this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I guess uh I guess every degree of 4 that you get, you'll get some new information or you'll get a look farther into the future.
okay. Ooh, that's not very good. The magic die exploded,
All right.
so that's 13.
13. So that's 3 4s. All right. Um I guess the first thing you would probably learn is that it does spread outside of the divination course.
Ooh.
So for whatever reason, it starts just getting picked up sort of everywhere. Um, I guess the second thing you learn is they make a book of prophecy, which is basically just a list of everything. It's like a quote book for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, just anything I've ever said, they'll write it down.
Yeah, it's not like the weirdest thing they could do, but it's certainly like a, oh yeah, they're paying attention to everything I say, and if I say the wrong thing, they might kill someone if they interpret it the wrong way.
Love.
All minions should.
Yeah. And of course, I guess the third thing you learn is that they start holding like, I guess I want to call it like a mass, is the best word for it.
Okay.
Where they like the whole main hall is like filled. Everyone's wearing their robes, and they're sort of in like these neat, orderly lines. All the braziers are lit with like a green flame. Normal stuff.
So, I suppose I'm seeing a small community of people who want to support each other, I guess. And as great as that is, perhaps it shouldn't grow too much, or you could face problems with not everyone getting enough attention. Oh,
Yeah, no, I mean they eat it up, they gobble it down.
as great as this has been, I think I need to go.
Yeah, that makes yeah, I mean they don't get in your way. I mean they just sort of like part like the Red Sea sort of, except it's like a purple sea.
Mm-hmm.
So it started to get a little bit weird, but not, the weirdest you could maybe guess. They're not killing anyone yet, right? There was nothing like that in your vision.
Keyword is yet.
They're perfectly harmless.
Let's hope they remain perfectly harmless.
I want to antagonize them.
Please do not.
Fine.
Yes.
Sterling will antagonize them.
The one thing the cult needs, a common enemy.
Anyway, with that sort of weird interaction behind Leah, I think she's just gonna sort of wander the halls. I don't really have any plans at the moment, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, plans are for losers. I guess Annabelle doing anything fun in the nurse's office after dealing with Jeremy?
No, she's just taking care of more of these idiots.
Yeah.
We can swap over to Sarah, who would probably not be doing anything spectacular. Probably just like, practicing things she's not supposed to be doing in
Dark
an
magic.
unused room. Yeah,
Yeah.
to try and create her hellfire.
Yeah. Just, super, super, super unethical magic. Well, not super, super unethical magic, just unethical magic.
Yeah,
No one's been found
yet.
yet.
But, like, she's not using it on anyone so far.
Yeah. And
So
it's,
far.
yeah.
Yeah.
No beloved political figures have, departed mysteriously. Everything's going good.
And Sterling's not even around right now. So he's not even in the house.
Yeah.
Because she's still really trying to find a way to get the courage to talk to Dustin, but
Yeah.
she's just struggling.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Both the Spark twins not having great luck with, the dance and all.
But
I mean,
that's
so far, none of us have had anyone ask us to the dance.
Yeah. If only that was gonna change.
Ooh.
Ooh. So I guess we'll start with Leah. Now, I do have, I guess, sort of a description for you as you're sort of walking maybe a little bit aimlessly throughout the halls. You probably have some sort of vague destination in mind, but you sort of, I guess, come to a crossroads. So it's sort of like an L-shaped corner, or more like a Y. So you're at the base and it just branches right and left. So, on the left path, you do see Ruby Rose, just sort of with that, demeanor that Ruby Rose has. A little bit better than thou, a little bit, Ruby Rose.
Now, this is not the Ruby Rose from Rooster Teeth, but just a girl named Ruby Rose who looks and acts kind of similar.
Yeah.
Just someone who happens to be named Ruby Rose because we couldn't decide whether her name was Ruby or Rose.
Yeah, it started off as Ruby, and then I added Rose, and so it sort of, collided together. But yeah,
So it's just but not her.
Yeah. So you got Ruby Rose. She's got like the haunted look behind the eyes because she's in the Monster Hunter course, and they all sort of have that vague look. And down sort of the right branch, you see riverbanks, right?
Okay. Yeah. So I feel like there's only one option here. And seeing these two people, both of which Leah is terrified of, she runs back in the opposite direction.
I love that. The non-committal. Love it.
But I think as she's starting to run away, Honeydew would sort of like try and stop her and be like, Leah, you need to face your fears and get this over with. You can't keep running away from your problem.
Man.
And I think she's going to go towards River, but she's not going to like start the interaction. She's going to, if she can, probably still just like walk right by them.
Yeah, totally get it. Yeah, I mean, Honeydew's coming in with some pretty good wisdom. It's sort of a shame, you've conquered your fear, It'd be great if it was unfounded. But you do see River, like, maybe was sort of waiting, maybe just a little bit. But yeah, you see River, obviously, the valedictorian for the monster, not the monster, but like the Care for Magical Creatures sort of course, sort of the top student there, is sort of just leaning away from maybe a little bit odd in location because you've always seen River sort of in that like sort of stable area or just around like that sort of part of the building. But yeah, you see River sort of perks up as they notice you and they start to approach.
Uh,
Direct
oh,
course.
uh, I don't know. Have we made eye contact yet?
I don't know if you've made eye contact, but River's staring pretty directly.
I'm doing
Um,
just staring.
I think upon like looking at River and seeing that they're walking directly towards her, Leah is just going to sort of like freeze.
Yeah. Just is it like a little bit of the deer in headlights or is it
Yeah, a lot of that. Yeah.
hey Leah? Um you know, I guess during like the whole bookworm debacle, you sort of said something and it sort of just sort of stuck with me. So, I guess this is for you. And you see that River hands over a letter. Um,
Oh, hi, River. Thank you. Um, what's on the letter?
uh, just I guess I really couldn't work up the courage to say, read it in your own time. Uh, I know you're probably pretty busy with the whole running like a club and stuff, so I'll just be
Oh,
gone. And
right.
River is, you sort of made maybe try to like a hasty try and just get past as fast as possible, but River's on a almost equal pace.
Okay. Thank you. Uh, bye. Um, okay. So I guess I'll stand there and look. Like, is there anything on the outside of the letter?
Nothing. Well, I mean, there is some stuff, but it would only denote that the letter is met. Like, there's like some charms on the outside of the letter that stop it from being like looked into without opening the letter.
Okay. Um,
You can't
I
X-ray
think,
vision this.
yeah, I think Leah would like stand there staring at the letter for a few seconds. Um, and then like once the shock has worn off, she would probably like start heading back towards her dorm to like get a private moment to open this letter as soon as possible.
Great. Next up on the list, Annabelle. Yeah, you're working in the nurse's office. When someone not injured comes in, dun dun dun.
Listen, we're really busy today. Like, if this isn't an emergency, make it quick. Like, what do you need?
I'm sure it'll only take a moment.
All right. Who are you?
My name's Eugene. We have American history together.
Are you sure you're not confusing me with my sister?
That would be pretty embarrassing. You are Annabelle, correct?
Yes.
I'm fairly certain it's you then.
Don't take this the wrong way. I don't remember you.
Honestly, that's pretty fair. I try and remain in the shadows.
Uh,
But I've decided to step into the light because I was wondering if you would go to the dance with me.
I mean, can I get back to you when I'm not working?
Of course, I just I worked up the courage and I didn't want to let it pass in a moment of weakness. Let me actually, I don't think I've given a description to Eugene yet, so let me sort of give a,
The only thing I remember about Eugene is he worked with Professor Tesla.
yeah. So Eugene is part of, you know, I've said, uh, chronomancy course, American history. Don't worry about it. But description wise, he is, I want to say, short but lanky in a way where he would seem tall, if that makes sense. So,
Just very.
yeah, just very twiggy. Um, Obviously, he's got the rolled up khaki pants. Um, there is, of course, like the checkered socks. He's got sort of like very short, middle parted hair. Very big round glasses that sort of sit on the front of his nose, and he's got a bow tie and he's got some suspenders, like brown suspenders that go over like a patterned shirt.
So George McFly. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Isn't he the guy you bought a library pass from?
yeah. That's the guy you buy library passes from.
Yeah, I vaguely remember you. You're where I get my black market library pass.
Of course, my services are still always available.
Yeah. Okay. See, that's why I don't remember you from class, is because I tend to skip that class.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, American history. I mean, I'm not really into the American history stuff. I just sort of want to go back in time, and that's sort of the required course for it.
Yeah, that part's cool. It's just the fact that, we never really do that.
Yeah,
We just watch, like,
documentary.
time streams, I guess.
Yeah, it's like
It's actually, it's just showing us the actual events happening in real time.
yeah. I mean, I think it's like it's like a weird camera, but also like matter can sometimes like pass through like the screen or whatever. You know,
Yeah, that's why we stopped watching war movies.
yeah,
Yeah, I still remember watching James just getting nailed in the face with a cannon.
yeah, yeah. I was about to say, you do remember? Yeah,
It wasn't even a cannonball, it was the whole cannon. Like,
yeah.
that was the surprising thing.
They got a pretty big kickback. All right.
I
Well,
mean,
I'll let you get back to your work. I don't want to distract you from your patients.
alright, thank you. Sorry, yeah, it's like, working.
Of course. And
And
departs swiftly.
she's gonna take a minute to compose herself. Like, I need to talk to Sarah about this.
I gotta spill the tea.
Yeah, but she also doesn't know how to feel because she's literally never. She's interacted with this guy once,
Yeah,
and it was for like 10 minutes, and then he just asks her out, and he's like, she doesn't know what to think.
yeah.
She doesn't want to say no, but she doesn't want to say yes
Yes,
either.
yeah. I don't want to say no,
Like,
but I don't want to say yes.
he hasn't given me a reason to say no, but I kind of don't want to say yes, so I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I'm sure Sarah has a very creative solution.
Is it fire?
It's Norman Fire knowing her.
But yeah. Leah, you get back to your room.
Hmm. Yeah. I think now that it's right there, she's a bit scared to open it, but after what were you gonna
So obviously the letter prevents you from using like X-ray vision to try and see into it, right? Like you stop like a whole bunch of like those sorts of magic. But do you think Leah knows what's in the letter?
I think there's something that she hopes is in the letter, but she's, I think, scared of what it could be, because it kind of could be anything, but there's something that makes the most sense in this situation.
Yeah.
So I think she's just gonna open it up.
Yep. You open it up. I mean, it's just. I mean, it's got the trifold, so it's just like a normal. You know, you open the letter, you pull out the trifold. It's just a normal blend. It's a normal like colored parchment. It's not like any weird colors. Sort of open up the first trifold. There's nothing really on the first trifold. When you open the second trifold, sort of revealing the whole card, it's one word, and a punctuation. Actually, it's 3 words and a punctuation. It's dance, question mark, a box for yes, a box for no. I guess another relevant piece of information. It's in red ink or red lettering.
Okay. Is red lettering supposed to mean something?
No, just the blood of your
Maybe.
enemies. No, I mean,
Um, okay. Yeah, I think this is sort of what Leah was hoping for. So I think she's just gonna like read through it a few times, which isn't that hard given that it's only
yeah, it's 3
2
words.
words. Um, but I think she would like pretty quickly check yes and then stuff it back into the envelope.
Can I ask how quickly?
I think she
Actually,
would basically actually what?
could I get a flight roll speed, like a DC 6 flight roll?
Okay. Okay, so I exploded on my flight roll.
Okay.
And then I exploded again.
Oh my goodness.
And then I got a 2, so that's 22.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, so the card does have an additional enchantment on it, not anything sort of significant. But if yes is marked, additional text does appear.
Oh. I think with that flight roll, she doesn't even notice the additional text.
Okay.
She's sort of like closing her eyes as she's checking the box and then just shoving it into the envelope.
Great. I won't tell you what that text is.
Great. Oh god.
Just making a note. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. No one's ever magically included important information in a card. Wild. You know, knowing your luck is probably just bad news, so, you know, it's not even worth looking at.
It certainly could be. Yeah, I think with the envelope closed back up, I think she would sort of just like hold it for a little bit, and I think she's had a crush on River for a while, so like the idea that they could have asked her to the dance is like somewhat unbelievable, but also exciting. And she wants to give like the answer back, but she also kind of just wants to keep the letter herself forever.
Man. Duality of man. We gotta add like a tagline, like Magic Mayhem, where all your shipping dreams come true.
Yeah. Let's hope things don't go horribly.
Yeah, that's never happened.
It's never happened. Um,
Magic
yeah.
Man secretly just a dating sim.
Listen.
I mean, that's what this is for.
Yeah, you guys don't date sim in the other game, so I have to do it. We have to do it here.
To be fair, it's also because in character, we've only known these people for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's fair.
That, and we can be like 18 here, whereas with the other one, we're
16. Most of them are 16, especially my character who's, 17.
Yeah, there's some age discrepancy in the other one.
14, 15, right?
Yeah, no. But
I think most of the characters would be like 15.
Yeah, they're all about that range. But yeah, Leah, you just sort of with the letter.
Yeah, just for a little.
Yeah,
and then she'll put it in her bag to give back to River at some point.
Yeah. You sort of got to memorize its weight, its sort of like texture, that sort of thing. Not anything weird. Just...
Yeah, not anything weird, just like a little bit obsessive.
Yeah. Back to Annabelle.
So once she's done with her shift, she's gonna actually go looking for her sister.
Yeah. Do you think Annabelle knows where her sister likes to like?
No.
Okay, so it's sort of like a secret even between them, I guess.
Well, they know that they need to have some privacy amongst them. They will go crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had to share a room together for the last 18 years. Some secrets are allowed.
Yeah. Okay, but this is one of those secrets. Okay.
Yeah. So like, she's trying to go find her, and obviously, unfortunately, Daniel can't help because like he can't fly. The little baby. He's so she's stuck just like wandering the halls looking for him.
Yeah. Just on the... I guess in that case, you might be the person who stumbles across Ruby wandering the halls. And you probably don't have... You're probably not super familiar with Ruby. Obviously, sort of the valedictorian for the monster hunting course. But,
Yeah, I've ran into her once or twice.
Yeah, nothing too serious. But Ruby has... I guess if you guys sort of run into each other, then I guess Ruby would sort of impart the message and then leave very quickly. So she just sort of walks up, gets in your way, that way you can't just walk past, and just very curtly says, "Don't go to the dance, it's for your own good," and then walks the other way.
What?
Yep.
Nope. Lady, hold, pause. What do you mean don't go to the dance? I've been looking forward to going to the dance, like, all year.
I can't tell you anything else.
Why not?
Because it would be worse if you knew.
Says who?
Says me.
Are you a div student?
No.
Then how, like, are you threatening me?
No. Listen, if you don't trust me, go ask, like, I guess, Leah or someone? Ask one of the divination students if you don't believe me. Alright? Don't go to the dance.
I still don't understand why.
And if I told you,
Like,
it'd be worse.
I barely know this Leah girl.
I'm not... You don't... Listen. Trust me, and if you don't trust me, go ask someone who you know you'll trust, and they'll tell you, don't go to the dance. Listen, I have other people I need to warn. Just don't go.
So are you not going?
That's a separate matter.
Oh, so you are going, but you're telling me not to go.
I'm telling most people not to go.
Why? Oh, I see. No. See, I see what you're doing here, and no. I'm going to that damn dance, and I'm going to enjoy myself. Or so help me, there will be hell to pay.
Fine. Just listen, I can't make you not go, but when things go wrong, remember I warned you. And then she's going to try and continue to walk off.
If you gave me a reason, I would be more likely to believe you. But from the only thing I'm seeing is someone who wants to be able to control the dance themselves.
Yeah. She doesn't turn back with a response, but you can maybe try and make a roll.
Nah,
All right.
she feels confident. She's not super smart, as you can see by what I have her brains.
Yeah, no. Listen,
Not terrible.
not
just
terrible.
Just
yeah.
not the best.
Yeah, it's workable. There's room to grow.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
You've met dumber people. See, you're not the worst.
Which is ironic considering how, healing you would normally want to have.
Well, to be fair, Phoenix magic healing is basically you basically throw a bus at every problem. It's like, man, you got a figure cut? Congratulations, the most powerful healing spell in existence. I mean, you don't really need another set of tools.
Yeah, it's like, oh no. This person broke every bone in their body. This person is just a head.
Yeah.
Phoenix Tears fixes the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna keep trying to look for her sister.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah is taking a break from her thing, and she's trying to figure out how to craft this letter she wants to write.
Ooh. A letter craft.
Because she's trying to figure out how to anonymously write this letter to someone who everyone knows who that someone is,
Yeah.
but she doesn't even want to say it aloud to herself.
Yeah.
Then that makes it real, and that's scary.
Yep.
And then that also means having to deal with emotions, and that's not allowed.
Yeah, no, that's not on the payroll.
That's on a docket for another day, and by another day, she means hopefully never, but we'll get there when we get there. So she's gonna try and write this letter.
All right.
But this letter, she is getting kind of desperate. So she's gonna be doing something not so smart or good.
Okay.
She's gonna maybe put a little compulsion charge.
Oh no, you're not that desperate.
She's been trying to ask him out for 2 years, and he hasn't even looked at her.
Man, this is crazy.
So she's kind of that desperate. And plus, she thinks that, just convincing him to say yes would not hurt. Because, if it goes well, then it goes well. And, he'll realize that, she's as good as, what's his face?
Man, love that.
But, I mean, I did put she is tempted.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's a, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get a charm roll, DC? I mean, this is fair. Yeah, I'm just gonna need a charm roll. We'll just sort of write it down.
And what's an explosion again?
The maximum on the die. So if you roll on either die, the maximum, you roll that die again.
Then I exploded on the D4
All right.
because it's magic, right?
Yeah.
So that's 7 plus the explosion plus. So 7 plus 4 plus 3.
7 plus 4 plus 3. Are we counting in your necklace? Because this is a charm spell.
Oh, yeah, I guess it probably would.
So,
And potion charms dark spells, or are they just spells?
um, yeah, I mean, they're just spell. I'm like, if you're, this is like,
This is, yeah, it's not trying to be like, it's not a love potion or anything. She's
yeah,
just trying
no.
to. It's an extra hook to get him to say yes.
Yeah, it's basically like a read this letter, agree.
Yes.
It's not like,
It's like charm in
Yeah.
actual,
yeah, it's just,
but not.
yeah, it's not dominate person. It's just charm person.
Yeah.
So that's 7 plus 2 4s is 7 plus, so 15. Man. All right. Yep, you write the letter. Now you got to do is deliver it to the correct recipient, because these things have always gone wrong if they get into the wrong hands, and then it's like a whole. I mean, actually, Annabelle would probably know more about that because of all the complications.
Yeah. And that's what she's kind of worried about. She's like, how am I gonna? She's like, I can't even talk to him. I can barely be in the same room. How am I supposed to deliver this to him?
Yeah, and he's been gone. Like, he's doing other stuff.
Yeah, he's been busy. On top of that, they're not even in the same dorm.
Yeah.
So it's like, or house, or whatever we called it.
Yeah.
So she's like, trying to think of something. Is there anyone that she would know who might be in the same group or house?
Yeah, so give me a second while I look up the house. Yeah, so Sterling is in the Knights.
This is for Dustin.
Oh, sorry, Dustin. Oh my goodness, sorry. Dustin is in the Wyverns. So I guess you could talk to him. This is gonna sound absolutely crazy. I think Ruby Rose is in the Wyverns.
Okay.
Oh man, that's actually yeah, I know we have a list, but I don't actually remember a lot of it.
I don't even remember where
The Thunderbirds.
I'm in the Thunderbirds. Okay.
Yep. I only remembered because I was just looking at it.
Yes, I had no clue.
Yeah.
I knew we
Okay,
had.
question.
I just don't know where that is.
Yeah.
Do you think Crystal, and Crystal are all in the 4 different houses, or they're in one house together?
I think so. If they're all in different houses, then it's too easy to distinctly like identify them because you'll be like Crystal from blank. So I think they're all in the same house.
They're all in the same house?
Yeah.
I feel like the Dryad house might be the Crystal house.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Passion Evermore.
We haven't decided what these characters actually do. They just have names.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell.
Yeah, so Passion Evermore is in the yeah, Passion Evermore is in the Wyvern house. She's sort of like Mean Girls-esque, I guess. I made that decision executively just now.
As you can do.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's sort of everyone. Like everyone in the Wyvern house is very much, you know, of that ilk where they're really good at one thing, or they're very big social presences. But yeah, Passion Evermore's in that house. If you want to try and get the mean girl to deliver the letter.
Oh, that's right. I'm trying to figure. Yeah. Um, mm, See, she's kind of scared of Ruby Rose because she doesn't trust the hunters. Like, why would a school train people to be able to kill monsters that are able to kill other casters?
Yeah.
Like, that seems like we're trying to train. Because Sarah's very much a conspiracy. Both Sarah and Anna are both very much conspiracy theorists. They think that the hunters are actually set up so that they can, if necessary, magical government can then quell the other casters because obviously if the hunters are strong enough to take out things killing other casters, that means they're stronger than most other casters.
You think it's like what's not the
And they
CSI?
TV.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, they're part of the military, but then the military, uh, they're like protecting us, but then also they're designed to stomp on you if we needed them to.
Yeah. Just the much oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. CIA. Just like they're CIA sleeper agents. Just one day they're gonna pull the Order 66.
It's 100% what they think.
Love it.
Which is another reason why Sarah doesn't like I keep forgetting his name.
Sterling.
Sterling.
I think it
Kept
is so
like,
funny if you don't remember the name at all. Just that
People
one guy
say-
that I don't like.
Yeah. But yeah, so she's gonna try and go talk to Passion then.
Passion.
And she's gonna go up and just kind of be like, "Hi, yeah, I know we're not really like close or anything, but could we do a little like quid pro quo possibly? I need you to deliver this to Dustin for me, and then I can owe you a favor when
Oh, hey, dark spooky girl. You're like the totally freaky one who like sits in the dark corners and like uses like curses and stuff, right? Yeah, I think that's like totally
someone.
like crazy like Spooksville. But yeah, I'd be I think I could deliver this sort of like love note, I guess, to like Dustin or whatever. But I'm gonna need like a favor, all right? And
Yeah, that works.
so my ex-boyfriend, Chad. Yeah, he's been like really obsessive, like as we lead up to like the prom. So I'm just wondering if you could like send a curse his way. I need him to take like a really nasty fall.
How about instead of a fall, he just can't leave the bathroom for like a week?
Yeah, I guess that would work. Anything that just keeps him occupied. I'd prefer if his social status was like totally demolished too. So I think that'll work.
Shit himself as he asks the girl out. Good to know.
Great. Yeah, just make sure it's like not near me.
Well, is he trying to ask you out, or is he
Listen,
like talk?
just work your magic and you know, I just don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to get my nails because I just got them done like last week. I went to the salon, so just yeah, just make sure it's somewhere else.
Alrighty. Then you might want to avoid the.
Girl, I've been trying.
I'm trying to think of a place where students hang out, but my school was my old high school was an open courtyard, so everyone just hung out in the courtyard.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few courtyards. I'm sure there's places where students gather.
Yeah, so she'll follow him around for a day or two to see where he kind of goes a lot, and plan from there.
All right, I guess I can deliver your like love letter.
It's not a love letter, but yeah, thank you.
Darling, it's a love letter because it's like the dance is in like 2 weeks. So listen, I think I can like read a letter even if I don't have to like open it. All right? So like
Well, please don't open it.
I honestly could not care less. Okay, I have my own people like doing stuff for me. So like really, I'll deliver your letter. All right, or whatever. Should I say it's from you, or do you want me to just drop it off?
Yes, please say it's from me. I'm Sarah Sparks.
Okay, so here's the letter. It's from the creepy girl Sarah Sparks. Huh? That work?
Sure.
Cool. Now get out of my way. I'm going to the library.
Alrighty. FYI, I think I saw Chad headed to the library, so you might want to hold off on that.
I'll head to the observatory tower.
Alrighty. And she's gonna go try and find Chad to start working her mojo.
Start working that magic. All right. Yeah. I mean, Chad.
Anna's ever gonna find her, she'll just keep looking.
Yeah, just keep looking. I mean, Chad's not hard to find.
What's Chad's last name?
Do you really want to know?
Is it the thing that I'm pretty sure all of us are thinking?
I'm thinking Chad.
Oh, that is not where I was going. That is a lot nicer.
But yeah, Chad. Well, actually, it's Chad C. Chad because of his middle initial.
Chad?
Is his middle name also Chad?
You'd think that.
It's Chadwick.
No, it is Chad.
Chad.
Yeah. His friends call him Triple C.
That's not a horrible nickname.
You just remind me of that episode of Family Feud with the guy named Obu. Obu.
Yeah.
And the dad's name is Obu.
Obu, yeah.
Obu, and the dad's name is Obu.
Yeah. It's a family name, all right? His mother was named Chad, all right?
His mother's name was Chatterella.
Yeah.
Is there anything special going on about Chad?
I guess the only thing special about Chad is he specializes. Oh, I mean, he casts magic using a computer, and he specializes in base wash magic.
Base wash?
Yep.
I mean, I guess that's a specialty. Did we ever say what time frame? Like what decade? Because someone said 70s, someone said 90s, someone said early 2010s. So, like, I don't remember when this takes place.
I had assumed it was present day, but
it takes place in present day, which is sometime. I think we've maybe made a. Well, listen, we're as modern as the references are, and maybe not even that because there is time magic. So don't worry about it.
I think we've had phones.
We had phones. Phones are established.
Okay, but do we have cell phones?
Yeah, cell phones.
Yeah, we've sent
because
texts.
we've texted each other.
Okay.
Speaking of text, I have to text Sterling about being asked to the dance.
Okay.
So I think Leah would just send they asked me to the dance with an obscene amount of exclamation points and emojis.
Do you specify who asked you to the dance?
No.
Great. Great.
So, sorry.
No, I imagine there was a relevance to you asking what time period it was before you cursed Chad.
Yeah, well, I wasn't cursing him quite yet because remember, it has to be something during something that's like prominent.
Yeah.
Well, I was also asking because I didn't know, like, if he was carrying around, like, if this was during the 70s, computers were fucking huge. So I didn't know if he was carrying around this massive fucking computer with him all the time.
Oh no, it is a massive fucking computer. Let me clarify.
Oh,
Yes, it is a massive fucking computer. It's not a modern computer if we have phones, but it is it's like one of those Apple, like the TV looking ones.
oh,
Yeah.
doesn't that get? She's wondering, so like, doesn't that just get in the way of everything?
Well, all his points are in brawn, so he's fine.
Um, she's going. I guess just keep observing him, like see if he does anything or like who's talking to and stuff like that.
Yeah. Um, I mean, he's mostly just a normal dude. He is creating like oh, what is that thing? Like a fan cam for passion, if that makes sense.
I don't know what that means.
Like when like famous artists will get like a TikTok or where it's like just a whole bunch of hearts around pictures of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, but for passion.
Oh, that's weird if they're broken up.
Yeah, it is pretty weird.
See, I want to get to know him, but if I'm gonna curse him, there's no point in getting to know him beforehand.
Man,
Because then that's real mean. And Sarah's not trying to be mean. She's just she's just doing a business deal.
it's just business. It's just business.
Yeah. So she's like, she negotiated without him getting hurt. He's just gonna be miserable for about a week.
Yeah.
Ooh. Does Annabelle like Chad? I don't know.
Man, this is the real dilemma.
My problem is that because I've missed so many of these sessions, I don't know like 90% of the characters.
All of these characters are essentially made up today, so don't worry.
Okay.
You don't have to worry. These guys are all impromptu.
As most of this game should be.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you know what? Let's do that.
So man.
So she's not like a massive crush, but she definitely was like talked about him
Okay.
a couple times. It's like she wouldn't go out of her way,
Annabelle
but if it was,
kind of likes Chad.
yeah, like if he was an option, she would say yes.
Well, he recently got broken up with.
But she doesn't want him at the dance. How to do this where it all works out?
I mean, I have an idea. It's pretty insane, but I have an idea.
Give them both super diarrhea?
I mean, yeah, that's a direction.
What was your idea?
Well, I'm saying, I mean, they're twins, right?
Yeah.
So, like, just pretend to be Annabelle.
Oh, see, you would think that, but she is not outgoing enough.
Oh, okay. Just an option.
Like, the only reason why she was able to talk to
Passion?
Passion, I kept wanting to say Regina.
Regina. It's actually Passion Regina. Whatever the last name is. Evermore. Passion Regina Evermore.
Yeah, but because she made the bit, she was trying to do a business deal. She was able to like go completely like normal.
Yeah.
Because she was
no stakes. No
yeah.
social stakes.
Now the fact that it's not only it's her sister's reputation, on top of she's now having to then ask a guy out.
Yeah.
Who is Dustin, and she doesn't want to like they are fraternal or not fraternal. They are identical twins, but there are some noticeable differences. Like She wears darker clothes, whereas Annabelle wears a lot brighter clothes.
Yeah. So I guess the scene is just you staring at Chad while your sister's looking for you, and Leah is, I guess, like Leah's like, I guess, trying to find River again.
So I don't know if she would go right to trying to find River. I think she would want to keep the letter for a bit and just like wait to give it to them until their next class, which I assume would be like the next day.
Yeah.
But at the same time, uh, Leah is currently texting Sterling.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
have some responses from him. Um, so it was first, they asked me of the dance. So many exclamation points, so many heart eyes and hearts. And then Sterling just texts back, who? So Leah texts back, River. And then Sterling texts a smiley face, and then wonderful bestie, I'll talk to them. And then Leah texts back, don't be mean though. I want you two to get along. And then Sterling responds, it's up to them if we get along. I'll be back soon. Tell me all the details of the person. I want all the tea.
Man, love this.
Yeah, so that's the conversation Leah's been having.
Yeah, just the
I'm sure we can make some sort of texting format and
Yeah,
put
yeah,
that
yeah.
in the video.
We could also just you all could do that in your DMs and then change your names in it and then just screenshot.
There is some conversation outside of messages, so I do think it would need to be edited. But
Yeah.
I'm sure we can find a way to insert the messages in there.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah.
yeah, I think Leah would just like go to the library just as a way to calm down.
Great. So Annabelle is, of course, on the hunt for Sarah, who is stalking Chad, who is in the library. Do I get that right? So everyone's
Yeah.
people are starting to converge on the library, which is probably
We're finally gonna meet each other.
you finally gonna meet each other if it weren't for one unfortunate turn of events, and that is the harmonica. Dun dun dun.
What about the harmonica?
Well, of course, in the past, the lucky item has been a symbol of what is sort of like a lucky tool for the day. But in this case, everyone sort of in the vicinity of the library starts to hear harmonica music. Specifically Piano Man.
It's Piano Man.
Yes.
Is it coming from my backpack, or do I hear it separately?
It's coming from inside, from the central area of the library.
Yeah, I think upon hearing harmonica, Leah would check her bag for the harmonica that she had.
I mean, it's there, but it has an ominous tone now.
Ominous Piano Man.
Ominous No, the Piano Man's not ominous, but the harmonica is.
The harmonica is very ominous. I think tentatively she would walk, still like holding the harmonica, towards the source of music.
Chad hears the harmonica and he's like, I love this song.
Of course he does.
But does Sarah do anything in response to the harmonica music?
She's just gonna be very confused, but she's she doesn't want to do anything quite yet. I will say, if Sarah, or not Sarah, if Annabelle sees Sarah just kind of like stalking Chad, she'd be like, "Oh my god, not another one." The problem with playing two teenage girls when you've never been a teenage girl is kind of difficult for me.
Just caricature. Easy.
Yeah.
Passion Regina
Okay.
Evermore.
Regina, like Regina George.
Yeah, Passion Regina Evermore. These guys are starting to get middle names. It's great. We're building the world.
Sarah is going to get up and she's going to try and sneak over behind Chad.
Okay.
What would that be for stealth?
I'm gonna need a flight of 7. Actually, no, flight of 5 because he's distracted by Piano Man.
Trying to see what my flight is. Because my dumbass left Discord.
Oh no.
Flight D8.
Yeah, D8. And, well, I mean, it's actually not magic, so you don't get the D4.
Well, what was the DC?
5.
Well, I literally made it 5, so let's go.
You made it.
And she's thinking to herself, the simplest way to solve both problems is to just replace Passion
Oh no!
and Annabelle.
Oh, no!
So clearly, Chad needs to just think that Annabelle's Passion, and Passion is Annabelle.
I love this.
See, I gotta go like Disney Channel crazy teen drama stuff.
Yeah. It's easy.
So she's going to make a
This is gonna be another charm roll. I gotta be honest.
charm. Okay.
You're messing with his brain in magical ways.
I didn't know if that'd be charm or if it would be brain.
Yeah, brain would be more like if you were trying to resist it. I mean, Chad's listening to Piano Man, so he can't really resist it. But I'm gonna need like a 10 for the charm.
Oh, that's 6.
6. Do you have any adversity tokens you'd like to spend?
I do not. Oh, I forgot the +1 to charm, so that's 7.
I think you start with 3 adversity tokens.
But do
If
I
you
wanna-
haven't used any, you start with 3.
Yeah, I mean, you do have...
What do adversity tokens do?
They add +1 to
You
the
can
total.
use them to add +1 to a roll.
You can make it work. It's just within reach.
I could. Now, do I want it to be funny or do I want it to fail and see the prospects of that happening? Because both could be very interesting.
Yeah, both could be very funny too.
You know what? I'll let Leah decide that.
Oh no. All right, it's up to you. Do we?
I think you should go for it. Just spend all your adversity tokens right now.
Bet.
What's the worst that could happen?
So we're going in for Disney Channel.
All right. I saw this episodes of Wizard of Waverly Place.
Yep.
All right, you spending 3 adversity tokens?
Spending all 3, I guess.
Great, love it. So, Sarah sneaks right up behind him. Can I actually ask how this spell looks?
So as you know, Chad's kind of just jamming out to Piano Man. Sarah's kind of like weaving magic between her fingers as she's slowly like pulling thought and like as she walks up behind Chad, and as like magic almost like magical string goes from between her fingers to almost like through Chad's head. but it's like translucently going through his head, so it's not actually like hurting him.
Yeah.
And she starts kind of like pulling, like someone manipulating string or a cat's cradle, as you kind of see like holographic images of Passion slowly start to replace images with Annabelle, and what he was thinking of Annabelle is slowly changing to the shape of Passion, as the memories, the positions, everything about that had happened between them is slowly replaced with Passion is now Passion Regina Ever Evermore
Whatever
Evermore.
that's, yeah.
is now Annabelle Sparks.
Wait. I do have a question, just for continuity's sake. Does that
Yeah,
mean that in Chad's mind, Passion Evermore is now your twin sister?
no.
Okay.
He thinks that Annabelle, when he looks at Annabelle, he's not seeing. Okay, so how do I want to do this? When he sees her in his brain, he still knows he thinks that's Passion, but but he says Annabelle.
Okay.
So it's what he's essentially what she did was she swapped the internal uh image and association.
Okay. Okay, you've not completely messed with this one dude's continuity of the universe. He's just like, yeah, those two are twin sisters, just completely different.
He has no reason to question otherwise. He says Annabelle, but he's thinking Passion.
Yeah. You do see he looks at like his he looks at the fan cam he was making, and he's so confused now because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's so odd.
Yeah. So he immediately starts, redoing it to get a fan cam of Annabelle, which I guess he just has photos for. Who knows?
He just pulls photos at
Listen, his magic is face wash, all right?
face wash.
Yeah.
But how did? Okay,
No
I'm
one
not even gonna.
knows.
I'm not gonna question it.
It's a weird specification.
He goes on to Wizstagram.
Yeah. Uh yeah, you've successfully cursed, kind of. Does it wear off at any point?
I don't know.
How much would you
I don't-
roll? No, I mean, yeah,
I-
it'll maybe probably wear off. You don't do these
I'm
often.
I'm I'm gonna say it like this because she's just kind of did this on the spot and put no actual thought into this.
We'll find out later.
I'll let you decide.
Yeah,
She didn't put like a program in it to be like it lasts for this long or it does this much for this. It's like no, we're doing this.
yeah, just full send it. Yeah, we'll figure out if it does anything.
It'll be really awkward if
Yeah, middle of the dance.
got more intimate than she suspects.
Yeah. But yeah, Leah, you're sort of moving into the library, grasping your ominous harmonica. I don't know if you'd see this spell, but I mean, you certainly see Chad and also Sarah.
I mean, I've probably seen them around, uh, but I only uh, met Annabelle like or Sarah. This is Sarah.
Yes.
I only met Sarah recently, the unicorn thing. If that's still like a canon thing that we can.
It's sort of in that weird middle ground.
Yeah, we've met before, but we don't really know each other.
Like we've been together for a few times too, but like we don't know each other.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go up to them and just say, do you know what that's coming from?
You're the one with the harmonica.
I I mean, I'm holding a harmonica, but I'm not playing it clearly.
You're also a caster. We figured you were just doing something to make it louder and not have to actually do it yourself.
Um, I I definitely didn't do
Yeah,
that.
man.
I have no idea what's going on.
Man, I love Piano Man.
Sometimes you just happen to have a harmonica.
I think you're just trying to make up for the fact that you botched your spell.
Yeah, and Sarah
I
would know nothing about botching a spell.
That's why she's so confident in it.
I mean, you guys can hear it's coming from like, so obviously, I've mentioned before that the library inside of SIS is the size of 4 Harvards, like stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Um, Classic. Everybody just sort of knows that knowledge. But
mhm.
the music is coming from the puzzle sort of room, which is sort of like there's like a giant cylinder in like the middle of the library that sort of has a downward staircase and sort of leads to the bottom.
There's a puzzle room?
Yeah.
Is it
Okay.
like an escape room?
Yeah, it's sort of like it's like an escape room.
Just in the middle of the library. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to be clear. When you say 4 Harvards, do you mean 4 Harvard libraries
No, four
or
harder
for
campuses.
the entire campus?
Yes.
Yes. Literally stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Not like and that's what it looks like too. If you put buildings and just haphazardly stack them on top of each other.
Yeah. I mean, it's like 4, so it's like a cube. It's like a 2 by 2 by 2 or a 2 by 2, not a 2 by 2 by 2. That'd be 8.
No, you were including volume,
Oh, yeah, you're
which
right.
makes
Yeah. You know, the school's got weird magic. It rearranges itself. Sometimes it's a 1 by 4.
it's really weird when it's 16 by 5.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
like dimensional.
let's go to this puzzle room.
I mean, yeah, you can sort of, as you sort of like get closer to the puzzle room, the piano man does get louder. And it's been a while now, so it's probably gotten through 1 rotation. So it's on its 2nd rotation of Piano Man.
Chad, do you want to come investigate this piano man, considering how much you like it so much?
I love Piano Man.
Uh, that's good to know. Do you want to come investigate this?
I love Piano Man. He'll join you guys.
Oh, okay. She's now wondering if she might have made a grave mistake setting this up in her sister.
Yeah.
No, he's stupider than I thought.
uh, but yeah, I mean, there are two like sort of staircases that sort of spiral around. I don't really have like a good. I mean, two sort of staircases that spiral down the giant pit into the bottom of like the puzzle room. I guess if you want to reference, if you ever played like Elden Ring, like the sewer, like the giant sewer tunnels.
Okay.
Yeah, think sort of along those lines. Uh, Except it's weird mage stuff, so it's got a few Tesla coils or whatever. But of course, you get to the bottom, and just sort of, it's sort of emanating from like a location towards the center. Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
Can you like make it stop playing? It's kind of just been going on like forever.
I told you I didn't do this spell. I just have a harmonica.
Mhm.
That
And
is one
I
of
didn't
the
set those
hardest
fires,
things to sell.
and I didn't set those fires in the basement. They just happened around me.
I mean, okay. Um, Here, Piano Man guy, you take the harmonica, and I'll give it.
I love Piano Man.
That's good.
You see, Chad does try and start to play along to Piano Man, but it's not great.
You have it upside down, Chad.
He turns it perpendicular.
That's not what I meant.
Is it like dark down here?
I know it's well lit.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can roll brains for the area, I guess, if you wanted to. You only need like
I would like
yeah, you just need like a 6.
Well, that's the
16.
highest I can roll, and I got a 5.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's really special about the puzzle room. I mean, it was created by Houdini, and he used it as the location where he created his pacts with devils and demons. And it was also sort of, it's said that he like sealed his, like, if you solve all the puzzles in a certain sequence, it will unlock the secrets that Houdini left behind. But nothing too critical information-wise.
Oh, great. So
Yeah,
that means
kind of boring.
666 packs.
Yeah. No, I mean, nothing like crazy. Just a fun little tidbit of school history. Also, Houdini was a huge Billy Joel buff, so don't ask me how that lines up on the timeline. Just that's something else you would know.
Did him and Tesla time travel to the future?
I mean, actually, now I have to Houdini. Okay, Houdini died in 1926.
But he died early. He was only in his like 30s or 40s.
Yeah. So, yeah, he would have had to have traveled 20. Well, Houdini is supposedly dead, but he would have had to travel 20 something years into the future to be alive at Billy Joel's birthday, like date of birth.
Interesting.
He time traveled into the future to be the doctor that delivered him because he was that big of a fan.
Yeah, he's a huge fan of Billy Joel.
Okay. Maybe try playing another Billy Joel song. Like try that what is it? Downtown Guy?
Downtown Guy.
Does Chad know how to play?
Does Chad know how to play Uptown Girl?
Yeah.
I love Uptown Girl. And as he says Uptown Girl, you sort of the base, like the floor that you guys are standing on, it's composed of a series of rings. The one in the center sort of turns and locks into place.
Hey, Chad, name more Billy Joel songs.
Oh, I love Billy Joel. There's Piano Man. And that actually doesn't turn it. There's Vienna, and another one of the rings sort of turns and locks. I'm a huge fan of New York State of Mind. And New York State of Mind, and with that one, another one sort of locks in. And of course you got to remember, we didn't start the fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. And
yes.
And I guess like if I had to name like a top 5 or like a top 6, I think Moving Out's up there. And then Longest Time, Matter of Trust, My Life, Pressure, She's Got Away, Only the Good Die Young, Still Rock and Roll to Me, Zanzibar, Miami 2017. Those are not Billy Joel songs, but they're just cool songs that I like.
That's great.
And as he's naming those songs, the rings sort of start turning and locking into place until finally, when he names the last Billy Joel song that he knows off the top of his head, the music stops as the final a ring locks into place.
Oh my god, it's Chad Houdini. Is he possessed by Houdini?
That's a crazy rumor that I'm adding to the PDF right now.
That's why, because his entire brain, he's being possessed by Houdini.
Okay. Well, you said something opened up, or just the music stopped?
The music has stopped, and the rings have all locked into place in a different orientation.
Okay. Well, I guess that's that mystery solved. No need to do anything else.
I want to investigate some of the puzzles down here.
Uh, okay, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, if we can find out more secrets about Houdini.
I think Leah would try to sort of do a similar magic detection spell to the one she did last time and sort of search the room for like anything that stands out as being especially magical.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a brains roll DC 15.
Ooh, okay.
It's
Not impossible.
certainly within your bound of ability.
Okay, so I got a 16.
A 16. Um, yeah, I mean, a lot of the puzzles in here are magical. Um, they're magical in a way that a seal might be magical.
Mm.
Um, sort of like, man, if you were gonna trap, um, you know, a whole bunch of mythical creatures and like you were gonna bind some unholy pacts. These are the sort of seals you might use to do it.
Right. So the puzzles are like demon circle-y things.
Yeah. So as more get solved, the closer you get to unraveling Houdini's magic.
So it's dark magic.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, then I should be good with these. I mean, you didn't hear that. Shut up.
Does it look, how much information can I get about the seals? Like, does it look like breaking them? Does it look like solving the puzzle would break the seals?
Yeah, I guess seals aren't really the best way to put it. Imagine it's like okay. Imagine the lock room, like this puzzle room, is like Houdini's diary or like spellbook.
Okay.
And he's put a whole bunch of seals on it to make sure that people who aren't supposed to read it don't read it.
Got it. Okay.
So sorry, I mentioned sealed away stuff, but it's more like he's got a diary about all the cool shady magic he knows, and he's put it in a school, and he's like, if you're worthy enough and if you're cool and smart enough, you'll solve my stuff.
Okay. In that case, I think Leah would probably be interested in seeing if she can solve any of the puzzles.
Yeah.
Because you said it was like demonic stuff and dark in nature. Sarah's gonna try and she's gonna try and kind of like flex her magic to see if like any of the seals or locks or puzzles respond.
Okay.
So what would that be?
What's like a flex your magic roll? I really want to say
her highest would it be highest?
I feel like highest stat makes the most sense.
So 20. 19.
19. 19 is pretty good. So you're flexing your magic. So I guess that'll do a few things. 19 will do a few things. One, it will sort of, yeah, I guess it'll like sort of give you insight into the sort of resonance here. Um, Obviously the puzzles have to be solved in a specific order, because of course they do. You don't know why the first one activated. It might just activate randomly, or like if a certain like like a solar system of events sort of lines up, maybe it might activate it or something. Or maybe someone said the right thing really close by. But yeah. So I guess the first thing that would happen, so as you sort of like activate your magic and it sort of tries to resonate with the area, as the rings turned on the ground earlier, when they stopped moving and they locked in place, they actually formed an image. It's sort of hard to see when you're standing on top of it, but it does light up as you sort of activate a resonance, and it sort of is sort of this icon of like a twisted figure with like long pointy horns and like a forked tail.
The Jersey Devil.
Yeah, classic. And you activate the ghost of Houdini.
What?
You have summoned me from my slumber. Do you wish to solve?
Yeah.
Do so then. Unleash my magic.
That's the plan. I just need kind of like a hint to what the next puzzle is.
You have solved the first of 9.
Ooh.
There's 9. There's 8 more. I thought there was only going to be like 2.
I am not so foolish.
Mr. Houdini, sir, is there a specific order that we have to do the puzzles in?
Of course.
Can you tell us the order?
I cannot show favoritism in such a way. However, I can impart unto you a hint for the next puzzle to be solved.
Yeah, that would be most appreciated.
The second puzzle requires a very specific item.
Is it a harmonica?
No, but I love Billy Joel. Did you know if he's still like doing like concerts or whatever? You know if he's like still doing that sort of thing? Because I like it's really hard to get tickets as a sort of projection of remaining spell magic, but it'd be like super cool if he was still doing those. Do you know if he is?
He doesn't do
I'm
tours.
sure Chad would know.
He doesn't do tours anymore, but you can buy like private concerts.
That's cool.
If we got Billy Joel to play here, could you just like undo the seals?
That's not really how this works.
But could you?
It's actually sort of outside of my purview. I'm like the very little last bit of magic that Houdini had. I lack substantial form to complete the puzzles.
I see. So you're saying is you don't want Billy Joel to play a concert here?
I will simply give you the hint to the next. Well, not really a hint. I'm actually supposed to do this, so it's not really a hint. It's more just like a required set of guidelines. Anyhow, you must retrieve the gearbox from the headmaster's office.
The what from his office?
The gearbox.
Gearbox. Okay. Well, the problem with that is that the headmaster's office is super booby trapped.
I forgot the part where that's my problem.
And then he disappears into smoke.
Fine. Last time I ever tried to have Billy Joel play a concert here.
Oh wait, Billy Joel? I love Billy Joel.
Was that Chad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad, where'd you? You just disappeared for a minute.
I found like this super cool like harmonica.
What do you mean you found it? I gave that to you. Or are you talking about a different harmonica?
No, he's talking about the same harmonica.
Oh, that's crazy. You keep a
It's like
you
a
keep, you keep
year.
a harmonica on you? Are you like a Billy Joel fan? Because I'm like a huge. I love Billy Joel. I love Piano Man. Piano Man's my
Um,
favorite song.
I actually borrowed it from the music department. If you don't give it back, the music teacher is going to mind control you. Just so you know.
Oh man, but a Professor Regular Person. He's such a cool dude. You really think he'd do that?
That's what they say.
Man, that's actually. I'll get this as soon. I'll get this back as soon as possible. I actually have a harmonica of my own in my room, so and a piano because I love Piano Man.
Maybe you can ask the music teacher to play some Piano Man.
Yeah, I have to go ask Annabelle out because I was gonna do that. It's on my schedule. Actually, it's on my schedule as ask out Passion, but that's sort of like not what I meant to put on my schedule. So I gotta, and then I'm gonna listen to Piano Man for 24 hours on loop.
Just on loop. You're not gonna throw another Billy Joel song in there?
I mean, I'm sort of in a Piano Man state of mind.
I thought it was New York State of Mind.
Um, yeah, well, that's actually a different song.
Okay.
Oh, so Piano Man State of Mind is another song?
I know it's the name of my playlist.
I see.
It has Piano Man 900 times and then New York State of Mind once.
Yeah, it's actually a remix between New York State of Mind and Piano Man.
And it's just a 9 hour long song that he has on loop.
Yeah, it's real cool. You should totally um like
But it's only the harmonica part of Piano Man.
well, that's like sort of the best part. That's why I keep a harmonica. And the dinosaur and the piano. It sounds like a carnivore, like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, see you losers. And then Chad walks up around the spiral staircase and out of the library.
He just flies straight up. I must go. My people need me.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're actually going to be able to solve all 9 of these puzzles anytime soon, but maybe we can go back and do some of them later.
I mean, I got nothing to do until the dance.
Oh, I do have something to do.
Oh, yeah.
To talk to River.
Well, to talk to River, you do got to go to the top of this. You got to get out of the puzzle room.
Oh, are we like locked in the puzzle room, or
No,
is
I
it
mean,
just?
you're just
Okay.
gonna have to walk out.
Yeah, I think I do want to try and find River now.
Okay. Just to sort of, I guess, a little bit of piece of information that might be relevant. As you get to the top of the like the top of the cylindrical puzzle room, like you get to the top of the stairs, if you sort of like glance down, because like the icon is still glowing, it does look eerily similar to that fortune teller's card you got last session.
Huh.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, not worried about it at all. Ow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the only thing you need to know is you shouldn't dance with the devil at midnight.
Yeah. I'm not gonna dance with the devil at midnight. I definitely know that I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's something to talk to Dustin about later since he has the card.
Yeah.
Speaking of, have you seen Dustin around?
I saw him last week. We fought a bookworm together that had grown way too large. I don't know how no one noticed it since it was just huge. I mean, not that big in comparison to the library, but
I think we said
like a 30 by 30 and as long as a football field?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking big, and that fit in one book.
No, it wasn't in one book. It was just hiding in the library somewhere.
Uh, See, that makes more sense. I thought you said it was hiding in one of the books, and I was about to say that's a very big book.
Yeah. Why are you asking about Dustin?
Oh, just heard he was looking for me, possibly.
Really? I've only ever seen him around Sterling.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of confused because admittedly we've never really like talked much. Like we've interacted a little bit, but that's normally like been in class. So that's why when someone said that he was looking for me, like I know you guys kind of are friends, so I figured I'd ask you.
I mean, I'd like to think that we're friends, but I'm not sure Dustin thinks the same, if I'm being completely honest. But he seems like a nice enough guy.
Yeah, and she's trying to not make it super obvious. No, she's clearly blushing though. He seems pretty nice. Do you know if he's going with anyone to the dance?
Oh,
Um,
wait. I forgot about that super confession that totally went over Sterling's head.
yeah. I mean, I think it's complicated right now. Um, I I think he might have someone that he's gonna go with, but neither of them have asked each other yet.
I see. Well, then I suppose we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back to Annabelle. Um, I guess where does Annabelle end up after this entire search?
I don't know.
I mean, there is a place where a lot of like the seniors like to hang out. I mean, you probably might not find like probably less likely to find Sarah there, but it's called the Roost, which is sort of like where all the seniors get to hang out. It's sort of like their lounge.
She'll check it out just to make sure, because you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, check out the Roost. I mean, Sarah's not there, but I mean a lot of the other seniors are. Just nameless NPCs 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, 18. Just those guys. But
Makes sense.
yeah. Uh but as Annabelle is in there, suddenly the sounds of harmonicas or a harmonica sort of comes up the stairs behind her.
That's odd.
And it's Chad.
She hasn't seen him in a little while, so she's like, oh. Last I heard, he was, still upset about his whole thing with Passion getting ended. She likes to participate in the rumor mill every once in a while.
Yeah. You're around so many like students as they get injured, you learn a thing or two.
Yeah, plus, sometimes you like to also talk to people, but like you're not trying to start anything, but you're also not gonna let up some juicy bit of information just go.
Yeah. It's all about letting the right people know.
Exactly.
Listen, Annabelle, I know we broke up, but I really want to go to the dance with you. So, will you please go to the dance with me? I made a video of how much I love you, and it's just a fan cam of Annabelle. So it's a whole bunch of shots. Like everyone else has been cropped out of the frame. It's Annabelle. There's a whole bunch of hearts. It's got like the like all the basic transitions from like iMovie. So it's like it's got like the flip transition and like the fade in, fade out, and like the every other rotates transition.
But wait, we never dated. What do you mean you love me? Weren't you just with Passion like last week?
Passion is a cool girl, but my heart belongs to you completely.
I mean,
Don't question it. It's love. True love. The
no,
love we have, it's the realest. It'll get us through thick and thin. And I'm sorry I put my Piano Man watch party right on the anniversary of us starting to date, but it won't happen again.
okay.
I believe in
Sure,
you.
I'll go to the dance. Why not? You just have to tell that Eugene guy that we were already going before he asked.
Oh, that dude? I could totally do that for you.
Yeah, just don't be mean to him. He's not a bad guy, but like, you know what I mean?
Don't worry. I'll make sure he gets the message.
Thank you.
See ya at the dance. I guess we'll want to coordinate our outfits, so we'll figure something out then. I actually think I accidentally erased your phone number from my phone, so do you think you could put it back in there?
Sure. I don't remember giving you my number, but okay. And she puts her number in.
You're the best.
All right. See you soon.
Yep. See you at the dance. Hey, save the last dance for me.
Yeah, we're going together. That's how that works.
Yep. You got it. You always know what's going on. And he will skip off into down the stairs to talk to Eugene.
Excellent. And then she's like, that was odd, but all right. Now I really need to go find Sarah. Because, like, that came out of nowhere. And she's gonna sit there and like, is that why they broke up? Was because he actually was in love with Annabelle and was just dating Passion for some reason?
Yeah, maybe. It's hard to know. Love is strange, works in mysterious ways.
Who can really understand the mind of the Piano Man?
Who can really understand Chad? I can't. I don't know what's going on in that guy's head.
Exactly.
I get possessed by the spirit of Chad, which is actually the spirit of Houdini, I guess. And just words come out.
Yeah,
But-
so
No, I mean, does Annabelle or anything else?
no, he's just looking for Sarah to be like, he's just so confused.
Yeah. And I think that's where we're going to call the episode. I know we didn't get to deliver the letter back, but maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
can't do the letter without Dustin being there.
Oh, yeah, and also River's letter.
Oh, that one.
Listen, there's a lot of
Yeah.
love letters, all right? So
There's a lot of love letters.
we'll resolve those loose threads next time on Magic Mayhem. Thanks so much for watching. And
Thank
thanks to
you.
our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
Thanks to our no, you've got to
have-
cut that out.
Thanks to our sponsor, Teapot. Teapot fake flowers, feather candy wrapper, box of baking soda, toothpick, spatula, toilet, radio, plush pony.
You're just
Bottle
clicking
jar.
on the random.
Yes.
Thanks to our sponsor,
You,
Billy
the
Joel.
subscribers.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. Still not paying us, but we appreciate the platform.
We appreciate the chance to make money for you.
Yeah.
Thanks to our sponsor, Billy Joel, who will let us play his music
The
royalty
entire
free.
episode.
But only for this episode.
Only for this episode.
We can't actually put Billy Joel in this episode.
Makes the entire episode like 8 hours long, and it's like all of his music. Royalty free Billy Joel.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing.
That's why it's magical.
Yeah. Give me